I'm having such fun with buttons and just made these awesome bracelets. Hello live wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today we're making some awesome bracelets with vintage buttons. So without further ado, let's get wired. Today's featured live wire is Lou. Thank you, Lou, for sharing your awesome ornaments in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. I'll link up the tutorials, including the one for this awesome beaded motorcycle, in the description below the video. For the multi-button bracelet, we'll start with about 30 inches of 16 gauge artistic wire. We're going to center the first button on the wire, hold it firmly, and twist the wire around the shank of the button. You will want to go around the shank a few times so that the button will be securely in place and that it won't wiggle around. Really tug on that wire to make sure it's firm, and depending on how large the shank is, you may want to go around a few times to make sure it's nice and solid. We're going to go around in both directions about 4 times. It really depends on the button on your wire. And pulling it firmly, we'll add another button, flip it over, hold it firmly right beside the first button, and twist that wire around. You can use different size buttons, gives it a bit of variety. And we'll keep adding buttons until you're happy with the design. You can put about 5 or 6 buttons, trying to alternate the position so you have some large, some small, and really tugging on that wire so it's firmly in place. Add another button and continue winding to make sure that it holds in place, pushing on the wire so it's right against the button. Keep adding your buttons and bringing the wire around. The 16 gauge works well for this. If you find it stiff, you can always go for some aluminum wire. We'll add another button in there, hold it firmly, pushing down on the wire, pulling it around, and then adjusting the whole piece. Now you can do your little checks to make sure that all the buttons are positioned well, the wires are coming out at both sides. Just keep wiggling it around until you're happy. You can flip it over and check where to put that other wire. Just bring it around so it's centered on the outer button. I'm going to put it on a wooden ring mandrel to form the shape. You can use a glass or any round form, bring it around, remove it, and then we're going to do the hooks. So I'm holding it with the bail making pliers, center back, and we are going to make little hooks going perpendicular to each other so they can hook in place. Get your precision round nose pliers to make a little loop to finish the wire end, bring it around, and do the same on the other side. This is a very simple clasp. You can do any kind of clasp that you like. Get your chain nose pliers to press it a little more so the loop is even smaller. Give it a little press, and get your flush cutters to clip that end. And the same on the other side. Clip off the extra wire. We had just enough wire, and press in that little pokey end with the chain nose pliers on both sides. And you can push in the hook a little bit more. Do any little adjustments that you need. Press it with the nylon jaw pliers. This will harden up the wire a little bit more too. It just hooks in place, super simple, and it just slides on your wrist. Hook it right in there. So I have really tiny wrists. And there's your super funky button bracelet. The sky is the limit for this design. For the simple bracelet with a single button, we will use 12 inches of 16 gauge artistic wire and then get a piece of 20 gauge artistic wire and slide it between the thick wire and the button. We're going to wind it around the shank of the button just so the wire won't wiggle around so much. Hold it firmly and we will go around the shank a few times with the 20 gauge wire so it won't wiggle around. It's going to depend on how large your shank is, how many times you're going to go around. See, it wiggles a little bit. It's okay if it wiggles a bit. And then we're going to bring the 20 gauge wire around the 16 gauge wire to secure it even more in place. Bring it around about 4 times and really tug on that wire. Flip it around and we will do the same on the other side. Really pushing that wire with your finger and pulling it so there's no slack to make a nice tight coil on both sides of the shank around that 16 gauge wire. Really give it a good tug. So that's nicely in place. It wiggles a little bit, but it's fine once the bracelet is made. From there we can add beads if you like. You can keep it simple or add as many beads as you want. I'm putting a 6mm pearl bead on the thicker wire and then winding the 20 gauge wire to the other side of the bead. So that will hold it in place. We'll do the same on the other side, 6mm pearl bead and bring the 20 gauge wire around. So we've just gone around once. We're going to adjust it so it's positioned nicely. Make sure those wires are straight and then continue the coil as many times as you want. You could go around about 4 times and that will give it a nice finish and it will hold that pearl in place. Remember to tug on that wire so there's no slack. Clip it with the flush cutters at the back. Clip both ends of the 20 gauge wire. Pinch in that pokey end with your chain nose pliers. Make any little adjustments. And then you can put it on the mandrel, holding it in place, bringing the wires around to the back. Just push the wire against the mandrel or your round form, squeeze it, and then you can remove it from the mandrel. I have this really handy oval shaped bracelet jig from Artistic Wire, so we can use that. I'll link it up in the description below the video. Bend the wires at the center back, remove the jig, and get your bail making pliers to form the hooks as we did with the first bracelet. So make your first one, bend the other one at 90 degrees, and curve it out for the second hook. We'll finish it nicely with the precision round nose pliers. Bring the wire around into a small loop. Do another one on the other side. I love these precision round nose pliers. They're super handy to make little loops. Get your chain nose pliers to make the loop a little bit smaller. Do the same on the other side. Just give it a little squeeze to make the loop smaller. Clip off the end with the flush cutters and clip the other end. Adjust those hooks with the bail making pliers. Squeeze it in a little bit and press it with the nylon jaw pliers. And the other side. And you'll see they just hook together, super simple. And if you want, you can just give it a little bit of a jog to make the hook a little bit more centered so it's a continuous line. Just hooks on your wrist. Super cute, super simple. And there's the finished bracelet. Be sure to check out my button jewelry ebook that I'm going to link up in the description below the video. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook to share photos of your wire art and wire jewelry. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.